We firmly believe that any activity that we do, we invoke the blessings of Almighty. And to do so, I request Brother Nadeem to recite the verses from the Holy Quran. Over to you, Brother Nadeem.
أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم لله ما في السماوات وما في الأرض وإن تبدوا ما في أنفسكم أو تخفوا يحاسبكم به الله ويغفر لمن يشاء ويعذب من يشاء والله على كل شيء قدير آمن الرسول بما أنزل إليه من ربه والمؤمنون كل آمن بالله وملائكته وكتبه ورسله لا نفرق بين أحد من رسله وقالوا سمعنا وأطعنا غفرانك ربنا وإليك المصير صدق الله العظيم.
Jazakallah Nadeem. May Allah shower His blessings on all of us and in each and every activity that we do. Alhamdulillah, with all our members' support, we have completed a 10 member stock session. It means that 30 of our member companies and 10 of our educational institutes have already presented about them. And we are already seeing productive engagement among members. As you all know, the first step that we do is normally update our members in terms of the key activities done at UF. And to do so, we have our President, Ahmed Buhari Saab. I request President to share the key highlights done for this month. Over to you, President.
Assalamu alaikum. Good morning, everybody. Always nice to come and see all of you. Thank you very much for coming and attending. I just want to start off with something. I think, we've been, like Kalimullah Sharif said, we've been having now almost 10 sessions. And at the beginning of the session, we were wondering, how is it going to be? Is it going to be really useful and whatnot, So we've been meeting a lot of our members and whatnot. But when it finally comes to getting to know each other, we always thought we didn't know enough of our members. So that's how we initiated the whole members talk. So I'm very, very happy to tell you, as a result of the talks that we've had, there is a sort of a fairly large real estate transaction, which hopefully will get concluded soon. And I can tell you very proudly that it's a direct result of the members talk. It's because of members coming in, agreeing to present. And although it was a member that I personally knew very well, but I didn't know the amount of depth of activities which was being done. So after that, immediately we followed up. After the members talk, immediately after that, we followed up and everything. And inshallah, by the next members talk, we will be able to give you the names and a little bit more about the transaction. It's a fairly large transaction, and we're really hopeful that we will be able to ink the deal. So thank you very much, members, for having participated and come up. And before we start, I just want to say another point. You must have been reading the newspapers. There's a lot of talk of the $1 trillion economy. If you all recollect, we have been discussing about the $1 trillion economy, the TNT, for at least 3 to 4 years. And about probably 2 years ago, I had shared the TNT presentation with our Honorable Finance Minister, who's now the Finance Minister, who at that time was an MLA. And I shared all the documents and everything. Very happy that we are currently aligned with the government in terms of plans. So if you look at UEF's sort of 15x target by 2050, it is very much aligned to Government of Tamil Nadu's 1 trillion. So it is all the same train. We will travel, hopefully we will go to 1 trillion, and then we'll cross and hopefully grow 15x. So that is the whole purpose of the UEF. The 67.5 billion is very much aligned to that. Inshallah, we'll start progressing on that transaction as well. Yeah. So here is a list of activities that we were able to do in November. I had a chance to speak at the CIA conference in Tuticorin. We had organized a meeting with Mr. Salah, who for a SaaS, a technology-related meeting. Our advisory committee member, Ms. Rehana, presented at the Shadow Cabinet in the UK. UEF team had met up with the Jan Seva. We had discussions with Mr. Farooq Shahab for Ajwa Fintech. For those of you who may recollect, Ajwa Fintech is an Islamic finance fintech company we are trying to promote in the UEF. Almost a year, 2 years of 1.5, 2 years of work has gone into this. So we've been, of course, sending messages to check on the rainfall, which I think is still continuing. I had the good fortune of visiting Sadhguru College in Tirunelveli day before yesterday, discussed about the Asia strategy. Our present, B.S. Abdul Rahman present, has won the second prize, 50,000 award in the event Connect 2021, which was conducted, I think, yesterday and day before. So Crescent has been able to get the award. And also in our present, B.S. Abdul Rahman present, we have launched Innovation, Entrepreneurship, and a Venture Development program. So this is just a brief highlight of the activities. So first and foremost, the members' talk is directly resulting in deals. So that's something that I really want you all to take note of. Then the $1 trillion economy that the government of Tamil Nadu is talking is very much in alignment with what UEF has been wanting to do for the last 5 years. Now the government is talking a 1 trillion economy. We have been talking a $1 trillion economy, the UEF 67.5 billion for at least 5 years. And 67.5 billion is nothing but the 12% growth rate that the government of Tamil Nadu is talking about. So we're very much in alignment, as far as the government is concerned. UEF is aligned with the government. So inshallah, we'll all be jointly able to take our state forward. So thank you very much. I'll pass it back to Kaleem.
Thanks a lot, President. Highly appreciate the updates that you have given of what we did for the month. All our 4 presenters, as said by President, are ready with their presentations. We would like to thank them for accepting our invitation and then coming. A small request, as said, to stick on to those 8 minutes so that we ensure that we finish this session before an hour. It's time to invite the first presenter for the day. Prevention is better than cure. This is the quote that best suits member company. We all in our organizations generally do annual general body meetings. We also do our reviews on where we are, reviews annually on profits, reviews annually, so many things that we do annually. Why not a health review by screening annually? This is the thought through which this Neura has come into picture. Can we make a health checkup annually, which is very, very important? And to share about this organization, about this healthcare, we have the voice of our chamber. When I say the voice of our chamber, the moderator of all our major 4 events, which is none other than Dr. Tausif Ahmed Tangalwadi. Everybody in UF would be familiar with him. He needs least of introduction from us. Dr. Tausif Saab has done his MBBS, he has done his MD, he has done his MR, CM. Without further ado, I'd like to call upon Tausif Saab to share what Neura is all about. Over to you, Tausif Saab.
Thank you, Kaleem Bhai, and I hope you are able to see my screen. Thank you for the very kind introduction. You have always close to my heart and always happy to be there at all the events. It's very exciting for me. Okay, let's quickly get on. I have only 8 minutes. What I'm going to try and do is play a quick video for you. If you can hear the audio, please let me know. Otherwise, I'll skip and then go on to the other slide.
Absolutely, we can hear you, Tausif Saab.
This is about Neura AI health screening. Here we go.
Japan is one of the busiest countries. Hard work and stress are a regular way of life. And yet, how do the Japanese enjoy the best lifespans? Is it thanks to their rich culture, disciplined diet, or unrivaled technology? It may be all of these. But the Japanese also have one more thing, which gives them the best lifespans. It's the tradition of health screening, to strike the disease before it strikes you. In Japan, annual health screening is common even if you're healthy. So diseases are detected early and get timely treatment. A simple step that prolongs lives. Now, Japan's most advanced health screening technology is here. Neura AI health screening, India's first artificial intelligence health screening. Most diseases don't develop suddenly. They're only discovered suddenly. Staying alert is the only way to stay safe. We only go to a doctor or diagnostic lab after experiencing symptoms. Neura AI health screening detects threats before, so you can get timely treatment. Neura is modeled after leading centers in Japan. We use cutting-edge AI technology to scan for the most common diseases. It's safe, accurate, comfortable, and quick. Our specialized staff take you through a range of tests. Our unique AI tech from Japan uses ultra-low dose radiation to screen you safely and accurately. In a space where your comfort comes first. It's a modern healthcare experience like no other. Your reports are ready almost immediately. And our in-house doctor gives a clear diagnosis, so you immediately know what has to be done. Neura AI health screening is a first in India. It's even for healthy people to ensure their long-term good health, and can easily be done every year. The Japanese way of longevity is here for you. Strike the disease before it strikes you.
Right, so that makes my job quite easy. Well, that is Neura in a nutshell for you, but let me quickly just take you through in the remaining 5 minutes about some of the advancements that we have. This is our Neura Center. Like it said, based on the Japanese, we have advanced full body health screening, which they do mandatorily every year, and now we could do it in India. It was inaugurated by the Japanese Consul General on 4th February, World Cancer Day. Unfortunately, COVID happened, so we had to shut down between April and May, and then restarted again in June. And thankfully, alhamdulillah, it is doing well for now. And this is the core board team that we have, part Fujifilm and part DKH. Dr. Kutti's Alliance is already an established healthcare plus infrastructure company in India and the Middle East. And this is our style of treating the guests who come here. There's a Japanese way of hospitality. It's a nice, luxurious premium facility that's available with cutting edge technology and medical equipment that is available. And our major technological advancement is the ultra low dose radiation. Usually a CT scan that you would do is about 50 to 80, sometimes even 100 X-rays. But our CT scan that we have is equivalent to 1 or 2 X-rays. We use only 0.2 to 0.8 milligray radiation. And even we go further advancement happens for us, it's going to be 1.5 milligray only. So that's much lesser than routine radiation. We always tend to say, if you take a flight from Bangalore to New York, that's the amount of natural radiation that you get, which you get in Neura, and it should come out of your body in 7 days, whereas a routine CT scan will take about 3 months to 4 months. Now, this allows us to do better screening. It allows us to look at real-time lungs for lung cancer, heart calcium, and so on. Let me show you the example difference between a chest X-ray and a CT scan. This is what the chest X-ray will show, whereas a CT scan will pick up even the smallest lesions or smallest findings with ease. So that is why the CT is better, but radiation is always the risk, which is now not there anymore. This is again for lung damage with COPD, that is the pollution, smoking, damage, TB, we check for that as well. And this is heart calcium score. Now, unfortunately, with the passing of certain celebrities, we've had doctors telling you should CT angio. Now, CT angio is high dose radiation. It's 360 slice CT plus an IV contrast. Here we negate them, use a 16 slice CT without any contrast, and we can show if there are any blocks in the heart. And these blocks are presented, so this is the Agatston score that we use. And for the guest to understand easily, we color code it. So there it actually is showing one of the main arteries of the heart, which is having a block. So when we color code it, we are able to tell the guest that this is a situation and please go and get it checked. And we have actually found out people who never thought that they had a heart disease, and then thankfully they didn't have any nasty surprises. So that has actually happened real time as well. Of course, our mammogram, again, is another innovation. We call it a fixed suite paddle. Usually women don't want to do mammogram because it's very painful, because the pressure on the breast is too much. There are 2 plates that are pressing down. But here the fixed suite paddle kind of accommodates the breast without putting too much pressure. It evenly distributes it. So once it touches, it kind of curves around the breast so that the pain is not too much. And then the women who have come here have always said that they feel it's much more comfortable than a routine mammogram. So this is the other innovation that we have as well. And when we do the 3D tomosynthesis with the artificial intelligence that we have, we are able to pick up even the smallest of lesions that are missed by the naked eye. The example that we're showing you here is a cancer that was missed by a doctor who was analyzing versus how the AI was able to pick it up a couple of years earlier itself. So when the images were fed to it. So that is how good a 3D tomosynthesis with our AI is. And of course, any suspicious lesions are always validated by a radiologist who will look at it and then tell us, yes, what the AI is detecting is correct or not. Of course, this is the 3D tomosynthesis technology, which you can see the 2D versus the 3D clarity that we have with our tomosynthesis. So definitely a technological advancement in mammogram there. We also look at how much fat is there in the body and how much fat to muscle distribution is there. We use a DEXA scan for this. And we always, the blue that you see on the screen is external fat, but the red is internal fat. And we never know about our internal fat and we don't know where to focus for exercise. At Noura, we're able to exactly show you how much internal fat you have and how much fat to muscle ratio you have, or how much calories you're allowed to take in a day, and what is the total body fat percentage which you must reduce and bring down to normal. So that is what also we do in Noura, and this really helps because it prevents a lot of bigger problems from happening. And of course, we do the blood test, but it's only one part of the test. The remaining all imaging based. So the DEXA, the CT, the oral screening, all of this put together is the whole health screening, the whole body checkup that we do at Noura, but for both men and women. And yes, the AI detection allows us to give the reports immediately after getting a specialist validation. And then in about 120 minutes, we are able to get them to the doctor and then get a consultation done as well. So within 2 to 2.5 hours, you are able to get your reports in hand and also get a doctor consultation who explains to you what your reports mean to you. And this is how we present our report. It's like a report card format. There's an A, B, C, D. So it's easy for you to understand. So A is top class, you're doing great. B means some coincidental findings. C is something you need to observe over time. And D means action is required. Either you change your diet, you start exercising, change your lifestyle, or go meet a doctor immediately. So it's easy for everyone to understand what we're checking and what they need to do about it. And yes, we also tell risk of metabolic syndrome, which means your risk of developing heart disease, blood pressure, diabetes, how high is it, or strokes, all of that can be checked and told to you. And of course, this is the doctor consultation that happens immediately in a nice, comfortable environment. That's Dr. Latika, who's there in Bangalore. And of course, we also continuously want to improve. So we keep on taking guest feedback. So we keep getting more and more feedback. This is the Japanese feedback that's come for us because we have a lot of Japanese guests also who come in and get the screening done. And also from our Indian guests, we have a lot of screening feedback that comes. And based on that, we try to keep on improving every single day. We also keep track of our Google reviews that happen and see if we have any negative reviews and is there anything that we can correct about it. So we are a process and evolution and trying to get better every single day. Well, this is from Fujifilm. It is never stop innovating, and that's what Noura is all about. Like Henry Ford famously said, if he had asked people what they wanted, they would have said faster horses. But Henry Ford ended up inventing the car and said, yeah, this is faster than a horse. So that's how it is. So that's what they do at Fujifilm. They never stop innovating. But Noura is about choosing health, choosing a Noura way of life where you get to engage in your health and not wait for a disease to happen before you take care of it. So you can find out and then course correct. And of course, the cost and the effort is much lesser if you know early enough. I think I finished in about 8 minutes. Thank you, UAF, for the opportunity. So I apologize if I was a little quick. I didn't want to exceed time, and I thought the video kind of spoke volumes about what I really wanted to say. I just wanted to show you the innovations. Jazakallah khair for the opportunity. Thank you. And happy to take any questions.
Quick question. How much is the test, doctor?
The overall test is about 15,000, Mr. President. So which is very reasonable, I feel, because if you do all of these tests individually, 4 CT scans and a DEXA and a mammo, it'll be about 35 to 40,000 anywhere. Fujifilm is able to keep it down to 15,000 for the whole package because the equipments are theirs. They don't have to buy it from anybody, but it's their equipment and they're able to do it.
And next question, when are you coming to Chennai?
We're waiting to succeed in Bangalore. We are doing very well for now because right now till November and we have this 1+1 offer. You get somebody screened and you get the other person screened for free. So right now we're really busy. We want to expand. But they're not looking at Chennai yet. They're looking at Bombay, Delhi, hopefully soon to Chennai. Looking forward to that.
Great. Very nice. Very nice to see this, Doctor. I'm sure it makes life a lot easier. 2 hours is a good amount of time to get everything tested. Normally, I think it takes about at least half a day or 6, 7, 8 hours.
Yeah, half a day, and then the report may be coming that same day or the next morning, and then meet the doctor after that. Here you're getting it done in 2.5 hours.
Yeah, great. Very nice. Thank you so much, Doctor.
Thank you.
Great presentation. Great work also. Thank you. Thank you. Back to you, Kalim.
Yes, sir. Thank you. Indeed, a great presentation, Tawsil Pak. We will also ask people at the end of this session if there is any question for you. Just wanted to thank all our members. I see already 60 plus members have participated. Really keeps us encouraging when we see good numbers turning out for sessions like this. The second presenter for the day is, we all hear about this buzzword called entrepreneurship, entrepreneurs, but this is a different company that wants to develop agripreneurs. A new term in agriculture. This company is called Shaz Agriculture Solutions. The aim of this company is to provide best agricultural solutions to all investors at appropriate locations at South India. Okay, they firmly believe that agriculture can be done in any type of soil, provided best of technologies can be followed. In fact, the founder, Brother Nadeem, was supposed to give the presentation, but he was unable to make up due to some sudden developments. Then came Mrs. Nadeem. She said, if he cannot do it, why not me do this presentation? I would request Sister Zahra to share more about Shaz Agriculture Solutions. Over to you, Sister.
Assalamu alaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Zahra, and I'll do the presentation as said by Sharif Bhai. A few words about Nadeem, since he's not here. Nadeem was working with an MNC sports company before as a brand manager of India for 4 leading sports brands, but that he was not finding it very challenging. Then he, being an engineer and being more interested in agriculture, he thought he should do something different with all the technologies that is available to bring the best agriculture produces for everyone. Then to put that into action, he started his own company, which is this Shaz Agriculture Solutions. And Nadeem is actually an 8th generation academician, but due to different ambition, he has become the 1st generation entrepreneur. So about Shaz, we are a proprietary company, and we give the best agriculture infrastructure solution and practices for our clients. This will be based on the place or location of the client, the product that the vegetable that they want to grow, and how much amount they are ready to invest. Then at present, we are doing construction of greenhouses, shade net houses, trellis system, drying chambers, agroforestry, green walkways, hydroponics, and also we give consultancy in open farming. Then Shaz also believes in doing agriculture, as said by Mr. Sharif Bhai, that we can do it in any soil or weather conditions using the best available technology at lowest cost. We also aim to make people breathe fresh air and eat healthy, fresh produce every time. Then our mission is to become a global brand in bringing best technology for agriculture, affordable by every human being. By saying this, I mean the agriculture is not necessarily going to happen only in farms, but also at home, in your terrace, or in your office lobby, or in a factory, schools, colleges, hospitals, anywhere and everywhere. The values, our belief and commitments will be to work with inclusiveness, participation, quality, and openness. So how we started? We started in the year 2012 as Agrit Greenhouse Solutions Private Limited, where we gave customized greenhouse solutions to our clients. Then over a period of time, we realized that not all people wanted to build greenhouses, but they had different requirements, or a smaller land or smaller project ideas, wanted to grow different vegetables. Then After 2 years, we formed another company called Shah's Organic Farms in 2014, where we also had our own research and development farm, where we put the technologies that we wanted to give our clients in our own farm and tested it before giving it to our clients. In Shah's Organic Farms, we cater to other projects other than greenhouse, that is the shade net, hydroponics, etc. But this was going on for a long time. People who came with greenhouse, we work with Agrit, and people who wanted other than greenhouse, we work with Shah's. This was getting difficult. Then Nadeem attended a speech by Mr. Ahmed Buhari, our UEF president, which was about turnovers. And that gave him an idea to put the services of both Agrit greenhouse solutions and Shah's Organic Farms both under one roof called Shah's Agriculture Solutions. So UEF played a major role for this. So what we do in Shah's Agriculture Solution is, first, when a client approaches us, we consider their requirement and give them the design. We customize the project according to their land, the climate where their land is located, the investment amount that they are coming up with. All this will be put into consideration. Then we build the project for them. That is, we construct the greenhouse or shade net or whatever their requirement is. We have our own in-house team to do the construction part, and we give the best technology that is available, like automation, climate control. Everything is done by our own team. These are some of the services provided. We will see everything in detail one by one. Greenhouse, shade net house, trellis, drying chamber, hydroponics, grow lights, automation, and green walkways. The name greenhouse is also known as polyhouse. It is said as a house because it's like a house-like construction. It has a side wall and a roof covered with polythene sheets. So the climate inside the polyhouse is completely controlled with a climate control system. The external wind or the rainfall will not affect the vegetables that grow inside the greenhouse. So the kids you see in this picture is a project that we did for Achi Masala group, and the children from the Achi school had visited our farm to see how the vegetables are grown. So they get inspired and they eat a bit healthy food. This is the shade net house. When you see what is greenhouse and a shade net house. Shade net is partially controlling the wind, but the rainfall will be affecting the plants that grow inside a shade net house. Shade net is mostly for the shade loving plants like cucumber and flowers. Then comes the trellis and pandal system, where we use a special kind of wire which doesn't sag or get rusted over a period of time. These are for all the gourd vegetables like your ridge gourd, bottle gourd, snake gourd, everything. This is our first hydroponic system on terrace. This hydroponic system is a soilless growing system where you can grow leafy vegetables. This can be done inside the house or even on a terrace top or anywhere inside an office. All this particular hydroponic system will not require a farm structure. This can be grown anywhere by anybody. This is the first fan and pad system that we did on the terrace. Then this is our drying chamber. This is done for the Achi Masala group of company. Why we require a drying chamber? If we put the chili to dry under the sun, the colors will change. But if you see the Achi Masala's red chili powder, which gives good color to your gravies, the chilies are dried under a drying chamber where the color of the vegetables that are getting dried doesn't change. Then we do a lot of advice in open farming also. This is the green walkway that we had done in Arinya Ranna Zoological Park or the Vandalur Zoo campus. These are few of the polyhouse structures that we did for the educational institutions like SRM Chennai. This was done for the Crescent School, Vandalur campus, Chennai. This was done in Tasim Bibi Abdul Khader College, Kilakarai. Polyhouse structure was done. And this is the first fiberglass structure that we did for Adiparasakti Horticulture College. We also undertake government projects like same greenhouse and any other structure. One is done in Madhavaram. And these are the projects that were done for National Agro Foundation and Mr. M.S. Swaminathan Research Foundation. Then we got a big exposure when we attended the World Summit, UF World Summit, and we also attended the Gulf Food Expo that happened in Dubai World Trade Center in February 2021. And these are the few awards that we got. So we have an expansion plan. We are up to making our world's first concept store for microgreens and hydroponics. This means like it's not about just coming and buying our products. You can first see the product, feel the product, experience it. You can visually see. If you decide hydroponics, we have the hydroponic system there in our experience center. You can see it, feel it, and then go for it. So this will be the first experience center that we are coming up with. So for Nadeem, I must say the sports and agriculture are like two eyes for him. He loves both of it equally. So he is planning to have a sports education center and a sports rehabilitation center for youth in the future. We're also coming up with a new brand for a ready-to-use horticulture product. Like you can have this product over a tabletop. That will be a new product by itself. Then we will also look out for a non-profit venture like the Shah's Business Innovation and Idea Lab. This will be a non-profit venture. So get in touch with us, give us a call at these numbers and visit our experience center. Jazakallah khair.
Thanks a lot.
Thank you very much, Zahra. Very nice. First of all, great presentation. I hope, of course, we missed Nadeem, but I think you've really done equally well, if not better.
Jazakallah.
It's always nice to have ladies come and present. And like I said earlier, you know, it's always a learning experience. Personally, for me, it's always a learning experience to sit in sessions like this and to see all the wonderful things you are doing. So all the best to you and Nadeem, and you know, please keep supporting the UEF and you know support all along. So thanks very much. We'll take your questions later. Go ahead.
Yes, sir. Thank you. Great presentation indeed, sister. MashaAllah. Okay, the next presenter that we were discussing is a company which is into transport, which is into material handling, which is also into logistics. A company that was established before 2 decades and has got its presence all over India. Okay, TruckG is their initiative which was launched during UF's summit. And to share more about this company, which is nothing but JSM Logistics, we today have the CEO, Brother Yunus, to share about this organization. Without further ado, I request Brother Yunus to share about JSM. Over to you, brother.
Hello. Hi, Assalamu alaikum. Thank you so much for having us here. Before I start, I would like my father, Mr. Jair Hussain, to give a small introduction.
Assalamu alaikum, and a very good afternoon to all my brothers and sisters in UPF. First of all, I would like to thank our President, Janab Ahmad Buhari Sahib, our inspiration, for giving this opportunity. Also, I am grateful to the late Kamar Sharif Sahib and my loving brother Shaukat Sharif Sahib for introducing us to UEF and ensure that we are a part of this fabulous family. Thank you very much for the help and support we have received. Me, Zahir Hussain, I am the founder of JSM Logistics Private Limited. In 2004, we started this company. Prior to this, I was employed in a transport company in a senior position. But as every entrepreneur would like to have the zeal of becoming, which drives you to start your own journey of your own. With the blessing of Allah, today we are a 400 people resource management company, which is nothing but hard work from all the subordinates and the supporters of JSM. The journey was never easy. We fought, and till that we found a different way of getting succeeded to get a customer attraction. That is to focus on a single largest customer and put all your thoughts, and brainstorm the customer requirement for a progressive approach. And this has resulted in getting a very good customer. And today he is one of the largest FMCG manufacturer in India. And we are proud to say we do 80% of our business with them. This success was made possible not only by me, by my teammates who stood with me with the heavy dust and strain, whether it is rain or shine, and the focused vision, the never give up attitude of everyone involved. Today, also, we are evolving new strategies to keep our customers sustained in this most competitive environment. So I once again thank the president, and with one Tirukural I would like to complete. Ilamendru Asiyi Irupare Kani Nilamendum Nallal Nagum, which means if you are sitting idle, even the land will laugh at you. So let's make the land not to laugh at us, and we'll all keep trying our best level. Over to Yunus. Thank you for the opportunity, Mr. President.
So, like my father said, JSM Logistics, when we think about logistics, the common perception among the people is to look at trucks, is to look at various other activities. It's a very unorganized sector. But at JSM Logistics, we have actually looked at it from a different perspective. To us, logistics is not just trucks, it's also humans, it's also technology. So we decided that our vision would be to have a combination of trucks, humans, and technology, and we be the country's largest tech-enabled logistics company. So like my father said, we were established in 2014 as a private limited company, and we were predominantly into transportation. And over the last few years, we have decided to become an end-to-end supply chain management company, and we have also decided to diversify our capacities so that when a customer comes into us, we have their entire supply chain managed end-to-end. One of our biggest strengths, I would say, is that the first set of employees that we have had in 2004 is still with us, and we have a very high technology adaptation. It would be surprising to see that the data points that we record in our company with respect to the entire logistical activity, even our customers are surprised. So to give you a small brief of the verticals that we are into, we are a pure B2B company where 60% of our business comes from major transportation. We are into containerized movement, open truck movement, rail movement. We are not into sea and air freight. We are predominantly into the road transportation. 30% of our business comes from factory logistics, where we work in the factories of our customers and we help them improve their throughput of their factory. It would be surprising to say that in the latest incident in 2020, when Corona was there and the entire country went into shutdown, we are very, very proud to say that we were the only company who had resources on the field producing the much required sanitizer and other Corona specific products for our customers, which drove their productivity and sales by over 2000%. A small portion of our business is also into warehousing, where we take warehouses on rent and we also manage their end-to-end supply chain transactions. To just give you a small metrics, we engage with over 4,000 trucks a year. We transport to over 800 locations across the country. Our factory logistics is at 5 locations. We have more than 450 employees, and we also have over 200 contractors. We manage over 40 lakh square feet of warehouses across the country, and the average value of the material that we handle every year would cross 10,000 crores. The clientele is very, very interesting because I tell my team, if you touch a chapati in India, our guys would have made it. If you smoke a cigarette, we would have transported it. If you eat a chips or if you drink a bingo juice, our guys have put our hands in all the parts of the supply chain, that we are an invisible part of all of your lives. So that we take a lot of pride in being able to say that we are one of the few people in the country who can say that we are there in your house. So our growth journey is very, very interesting, because in terms of absolute growth, we have been able to grow at a double digit over the last 5 years. This can be related to the Truck G launch that our introducer presented, saying that in 2015 at the United Economic Forum World Summit, we launched an initiative called TruckG. It was inaugurated by the ex-Chief Minister, Mr. Mufti Mohammed Saib, in the presence of our Honorable President and our UEF members. It was a pure technology platform for logistics. It was the first of the platform in India, and that helped us grow over double digits in the last 5 years. Even in the COVID lockdown, we are very proud to say that our growth has not been stagnant. The key factors in our growth is the satisfaction of our customer, our investment on specialized trucks, and our investment in technology. So our core strengths is that we have an experienced team and defined processes. We have a very big strength of our assets, and most of our assets are very young, which means that they are highly reliable, highly efficient, and it can be depended upon. And our customer confidence till date is unshaken, that we have not lost a single customer since the day that they have come on to us. And we have been a trendsetter in the entire industry. 2019 and 20, in the financial year 2019-20, it was a very changing point for one of our customers, which is the matches manufacturer, which is the biggest, largest manufacturer in India, matches manufacturer, where if you look at it, if you look at the truck, that the way it was loaded, it was highly hazardous, it was prone to fire, and on every single year, they used to have a lot of theft, a lot of fire accidents, and a lot of safety violations. In 2019, we went to them and we said, we'll transport your entire matches in containers. And if you see this graph, you can see that the open trucks have slowly reduced and the containers have slowly increased. So at the end of 2020, we were able to say that we have containerized the entire matches segment, and it was the first of its kind in India. This also talks about how we were able to do it. We predominantly invested on behalf of our customer. We were able to control the entire supply chain, and we were also able to reduce any number of theft, damages, and fire accidents en route. This was done. We were the first people in the country to do this, and our customers' growth has once again been, they were able to achieve at least 30% more sale because their material reached the customers faster. Our advantage is that we have a diversified presence. We have resources right from the labor to a VP. Our resources are highly trained. Like I said, they have been with us for the last 20 years. We are asset intensive, which means that when we give you a commitment, we are able to honor it, and we are data driven. It would be very surprising to say that we are one of the few logistics companies in India which has an inbuilt tech team, and we also have a business analytics division which tells us our profits, our losses, our slippages, and that benefit is directly passed on to our clients. And our opportunities, we are so glad to be a part of UEF, and we would love to connect with other businesses in this domain. And we would be very excited to work with you in B2B transportation, in factory logistics, in bonded warehouses and export zones, in asset-based logistical investments, and any technology logistical solutions. So once again, I thank UEF for giving me this opportunity to give you a small brief of our company. Logistics is an ocean, and people who have experience working with a logistics company would realize it. I would love to sit and talk to anyone who's interested to take this further. Thank you so much once again, and I would love to take any questions.
Thank you, Yunus. Thank you, Jairus and Bhai. I think a very nice presentation. Glad that you from the time you have signed up in the 2015 UEF Summit, it's been of some value. And you've taken the company to great heights. It's wonderful to see you've been growing at double digit. It's a clear indication that if we put our heart and soul into it, we can grow at a double digit growth, and more so during a very challenging time. So very inspirational story. So thank you very much, Jairus and Yunus, for the presentation. And of course, we'll take questions later. So go ahead, Khalif.
Yeah. Last but not the least, the final presentation is going to be done by the Educational Institute. An institute I'm sure that everybody will know about. It was founded before 70 years by Jamal Muhammad Sahib and Khaja Moin Rautar Sahib in the year 1951. Jamal Muhammad College is known to provide quality education. In fact, we had the opportunity of visiting them before a couple of months, and we were wowed by the kind of clarity with which they work. We are fortunate to have the Assistant Secretary of the college, who also happens to be the director of JIM, which is Jamal Institute of Management. To tell about this person, he in fact has, under his guidance, 6 scholars has attained PhD. I will be saying about his education, it will take much of time. He's none other than Janab Abdul Samad Sahib. In fact, he was conferred with Best Education Award by International Institute of Education and Management, New Delhi. Without further ado, I would request Janab Abdul Samad Sahib to share about the institute and their JIM Institute. Over to you, Samad Sahib.
Assalamu alaikum. A very good afternoon to one and all gathered here in this United Economic Forum. I'm respected President, Janab Ahmed Buhari, and Mr. Sharif, and all other members of this august body. And myself, I am Dr. K. Abdul Samad from Jamal Muhammad College. I completed my BCom in Jamal Muhammad College, and my master's from Crescent Engineering College earlier, now presently B.S. Abdul Rahman University, Crescent Institute of Science and Technology. I am the alumni of this great institution, and my doctoral program in management from Madurai Kamraj University, Madurai. So, well, ladies and gentlemen, my special thanks to this United Economic Forum and Mr. Sharif and P. Ahmed. Recently, they visited our institution a couple of months before. They met our principal and our management. Most of the people, everyone, you are aware about this our institution, Jamal Muhammad College, which was started in the year 1951. Earlier, it was affiliated to University of Madras, and now it is an autonomous institution, 70 years old now, currently, which is going on with the grace of Almighty, and affiliated to Bharatdasan University, Tiruchirappalli. Our institution, I represent the management committee of Jamal Muhammad College. I am presently the assistant secretary of Society of the JMC, and our vision, which focus towards for the minority community and all other backward and the disadvantaged sections of the society. Excellence and beyond excellence, which is our mantra, to become a world-class, highly acclaimed institution and to be a competitive center of academic and other academic activities towards excellence in higher education by offering value-added and socially relevant programs to all the student sector, which is our vision, and mission which focus towards to offer quality education at the affordable cost, to offer quality education at the affordable cost, and developing skill-oriented programs. Various new programs has been started around. In case of undergraduation, we have around 22 courses are there, and in post-graduation, it is around 24. And in case of research, PhD, we have around 20 programs are available. So this is our focus, and apart from this, we have the other moral education, Diniyat, and in case of women education, there's a very good number is there. Around 5,000 women students are studying presently from different parts of the country and from overseas, and various diversified programs which we offer to all the people, and our focus towards our alumni. We have our alumni, which is our major strength. They function in various countries. Janab Ahmed Buhari is here. He knows us very well. And I think 2 to 3 years before, we visited Singapore for our alumni interaction. Myself and our management committee, along with my close friend, Mr. Kamil Farid, who works with the coal and oil company. We visited Sir's residence, and there was a very good interaction. So, ladies and gentlemen, so the mission towards the different sector of the people, inculcating and offering quality education, promoting consultancy and other research and various aspects has been promoted over here, and creating value-based education, value-added education, which we offer for all the people. And good news which I want to share with this August members who have gathered here. We have received one of our faculty, Dr. Radhakrishnan, Dr. R. Radhakrishnan. He works with the PG and Research Department of Botany, Plant Science. He has received the Indian researchers in Stanford University's top 2% most influential scientists list for the year 2020. This award, this recognition which we have received for Jamal Muhammad College, world top 2% most influential scientist award has been given for Radhakrishnan. So this is a very good honor. And the world rank, it comes around 71090. It is the world rank. And in case of India rank, it comes around 728. So this is a recent honor for our institution. And various research projects, funded projects in case of Department of DBT projects has been done. All India Council for Technical Education, AICTE, and University Grants Commission, on all other various assignments has been done by our institution. And in case of, I wish to present about Jamal Institute of Management, Jamal Muhammad College Management Institute, which was commenced in the year 2000, in the Golden Jubilee year. 2000, we started Jamal Institute of Management, the Management Institute, and now we are in the 22nd year. 21 batches has been completed with the grace of Allah, and the 22nd batch which is going now. This Management Institute, this management school, which focus towards the quality of management education, the quality of management education for all the people, for all the community. And we have a very good research center, and we offer a quality business education. We have nodal centers such as the Center for Retail Excellence, which focus towards the marketing and retail excellence bodies, inviting consultancy projects, research assignments, and all other assignments which we focus towards. And we have a specialized nodal center in the founder's name, in my great-grandfather, Janab N.M. Khajamian Rautar, the revered memory, the business titan among the tanning community in the leather industry. One is my great-grandfather, Janab N.M. Khajamian Rautar Sahib, and other founder, his close friend, Janab M.J. Jamal Muhammad Sahib. So these two people, they started this institution. This research center, N.M. Khajamian Rautar Industry Institute Partnership Center, which focus towards the through inviting CEOs, various renowned CEOs, they have visited our institution, and other business sector lecture programs, lecture series has been conducted for management students and all other business administration students, commerce, and other domains. And various projects. We have taken over different around 10 to 15 projects, the consultancy over here and as well as in South India. And in case of doctoral program, around 50 PhD scholars, they are pursuing their PhD in Jamal Institute of Management in PG and Research Department of Management Studies. Overseas research assignments also has been completed. One of my candidates, Mr. Mubarak Abdul Salam, who is working in Dubai, he recently completed his PhD in logistics management. In logistics area, he completed his research. So that is the guidance. Around 8 research supervisors, they guide doctoral programs in the management area. So with this few words, I'm very much thankful to have a brief presentation about our institution because it has so many contents are available. And in case of management committee, Janab MJ Jamal Muhammad Bilal Sahib is the president, and Dr. A.K. Khaja Nizamuddin, he is the secretary and correspondent, and treasurer is MJ Jamal Muhammad. He is a great grandson of the founder, and myself as assistant secretary, and Dr. K.N. Abdul Qadir Nihal, the honorary member and honorary director of the society, and Dr. S. Ismail Maideen, the principal of Jamal Muhammad College, and we have all other donor members to the Society of Jamal Muhammad. So thank you, Mr. Sharif, for this wonderful opportunity, sir. Assalamu alaikum. Thank you very much.
Thanks, Abdul Samad sir. Highly informative.
Thank you, Dr. Abdul Samad. Always nice to hear about Jamal Muhammad. I didn't know you studied in our B.S. Abdul Rahman Crescent also. That is also, I think that's probably where you studied with Kamil, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, yeah.
98, 2000 batch, I completed my MBA there.
Oh, wonderful, wonderful. Of course, as you all know, and like the previous presentations we've had, our education institutions are really the ones which can redefine the economic status of the community and society. So we look forward to working with Jamal Muhammad to see how we can do that. So thank you very much. So we just have a couple of minutes for questions. I think we need to wrap up another 2-3 minutes.
Yeah,
so we'll just take 2-3 questions.
Yeah, there was one question for JSN Logistics President privately, and it said, what is the mantra for not losing even one customer? How it is? If Brother Yunus is there, if you can just throw some light on that, Yunus.
Yeah, so it primarily focuses on the relationship that we have built. So any business you say, it's not about providing service or providing goods, it's about providing value. So my father, when he started in 2004, from that time, I think it has been more focused on creating value rather than any type of monetary benefit or anything like that. So I think that's the biggest thing that we say. When we look at the business, we look at how we can create value, and through creating value, we build relationships, and at the end of the day, we also make some money. So that's the way we look at it.
I just very well said, Yunus. I think I just want to add a point here. Relationship. India is a full relationship-oriented country. So many things happen with proper relationships. Proper handling customers. In a very nice relationship-oriented manner. I think that's one big lesson we have learned, and I'm glad you're saying the same thing. So, sorry, go ahead. A couple of more questions.
Excuse me, sir. I want to ask Dr. Tausif Tangalwadi whether that disease which is called as intestinal lung disease or ILD can be investigated and then treated so that the disease goes away. Because my wife's mother-in-law's sister, she had ILD. She didn't expect. She went for an ordinary pulmonary test. They did the test and they found out she has ILD. At that time, she was 72 kgs. At the time, she died after around 8 months. When she died, she was around 20 kgs. Purely, I have heard ILD doesn't have any cure. Is it true?
All right, that's a very medical question. And yes, it is interstitial lung disease. It's not interstitial.
Okay, sir.
Yes, ILD. It's a slow disease. It kind of we have air sacs, balloons inside the lung, and then there is a covering around it. And it's all the covering that gets damaged, because of which oxygen is not able to move into the human body. Now, it's a slow disease. It's a progressive disease. And it is basically scarring. Like somebody gets injured and there's a scar that forms. Even after years, the scar still remains. So there is a lot of scarring in the lung. And unfortunately, we are not able to reverse the scarring. We have medicines currently which slow it down, which make it slow, the progress of the disease, but there's no cure, unfortunately. So I'm really sorry for your loss, but there is no cure for ILD at this point of time in medical practice.
Okay, Doctor. Thank you.
Yeah.
I think we should wrap up. I think it's 12:40 now. Every 10 minutes ahead of schedule. So if there are any questions, please post it, and then maybe we'll try to get the speakers to come back with some answers.
Yeah.
So we can wrap up, please. Yeah.
Yeah, please. Finally, I would like to thank you all for making all our initiatives successful only because of your participation. Your participation is important for success of each and every activity we do. Thanks a lot once again. We look forward to meeting you once again in our next, which is 12th Members Talk session. Until then, stay safe, take care, goodbye. Assalamu alaikum.
Thank you. Assalamu alaikum. Bye-bye.